Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Radko from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into a Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and as well Virgo Rising weekly general tarot reading March 15th up until March 21st, 2021. And if you are interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, you can check out the description down below, and there you're going to find a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. So with that being said aside, moving to the Virgo reading of the week, the first card that we do have for you guys, that is going to be the Sun card. Moving next, we do have the Four of Wands, followed by the Nine of Cups, and things are getting better and better. I wonder, can they get any better than that? Followed by the Queen of Cups. Is that the Queen? Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the Six of Cups. And the last one that we do have for you guys, that is going to be the Four of Pentacles. Wow, okay. So I wish to be Virgo, but alas, I'm not. However, you guys at the very start of the week here with the Sun, just hold on a second. The week will start very positively for you here with the Sun card. It is because regardless what you do, is it a romantic thing or is it a career thing? It doesn't matter, all right? The Sun gives to everything expanding energies of growth. So you can expect your relationship to go very well. You can expect your job to go very well. Whatever you do, whatever you are aiming, it has potential to grow at the start of the week. And even more than that, all right? You are going to have a very big, a vital energy to chase it and to push forward with it as well. So it's highly unlikely at the start of the week to lose enthusiasm, to lose hope, if you will, to lose drive, to chase what makes you happy. And the other thing about the Sun card here at the start of the week, it is that everything is going to make you happy. The interaction with people that are around you, they are going to be very cheerful. They are going to be very, how can I say, not just only spontaneous, but also it will feel very natural. And at that point, everybody that you are associating yourself with, say friends, boyfriend or a girlfriend, colleagues, bosses, regardless, they will simply, without them even knowing it, if you will, they will contribute for your happiness as you are going to contribute for their happiness as well. So that could involve exchanging gifts, exchanging nice words with one another, you know, because at this point, simply, when you do make somebody happy, you do feel happy, and vice versa as well. When they make you happy, they feel happy as well. And in that stage, a lot of arguments, disagreements, wrangles are to simply disappear. They will no longer have any soil to grow at. And right after this beautiful stage that we do have there, by the way, which will allow some kind of a situation in your life that you are developing and that you are holding on to very tightly, a lot is riding on it to develop naturally moving forward. We do have the Four of Wands after that, which points to its completion, its finalization. That is the important cycle of developing ending, and that doesn't mean ending here. That is where you do reach the next level, all right? That is where you do close one page of the chapter and you do start writing the other page, but on your turf. You get to decide what will be the next page moving forward. And that will be because the Four of Wands is a sign that you have toiled very much for it. You put great effort, colossal effort behind it. And now those efforts are going to reward you with this finalization of a cycle. And if you open any book, well, not any book, but the most of the books about the Four of Wands, you're going to see, you know, celebrations and so on and so forth as a meaning of the card. And that's true. It's a moment of a celebration. Why? Because you were successful. You are to be successful at that stage of the week. And do you know why? Well, because of the toils and because you have attended to every single important matter out there. So you are accountable, you are attentive, you are devoted, and that at the end is to be rewarded here with the Four of Wands. So it's an important week, okay, because very naturally you finalize an important cycle of development and you are moving into the next one. And when we're talking about moving into the next one, this is how the next one starts here with the Nine of Cups, and that's amazing, because what Nine of Cups is, it's happiness, right? So you may think, how can I be more happy than that? Well, guess what? You can. I don't know how, but you definitely can. I don't know how, because it's a general reading, okay? And every single one of you, it will has their own source of happiness there. But the Nine of Cups pretty much point that after the cycle of development is completed, it doesn't mean ending, okay? But the cycle of development is completed, you're gonna feel sensual joy, life fulfillment as well, or fullness of life. You will feel content to push forward with, I'm gonna sneeze, hold on a second. Oh, bless me. So you're gonna feel content, exhilaration. It will feel like, you know, the universe itself is laying its grace on you. And at that point, it's very likely that all of you, Virgo, are to account all the blessing you do have, everything that makes you feel happy. And there are going to be a couple realizations here. How much that means to you is going to be the first one. And the second one, which is the most important one, is going to be that ain't for granted. And you definitely need to keep up, develop it. You need to maintain it. So if you come to the conclusion that your job makes you happy, that job ain't for granted. You need to maintain it. You need to keep the performance. You come to the conclusion that some kind of a friendship makes you happy, same thing. You know, you come up to the conclusion that a specific person makes you happy, same thing. You got to maintain the connection. You got to maintain the interaction, so on, so forth. But what is granted here is that if you keep up performing as well as you were performing before, and even if you do try to expand on this performance, that happiness from short-term one is going to be transformed into a long-lasting happiness. So yeah, it will be a week where you're going to feel very uplifted. It will be a week where you are going to be simply happy of what is going on, of what is happening with you, and how you are with ease at this time around, very naturally completing the tasks and the goals that you have that you had bestowed upon yourself. And right after this, we do have the Six of Cups. And that is the continuation of the performance that I said, which is a part of the maintenance you gotta put upon the blessings that makes you happy. And that performance, it will be also something that makes you happy. And it's kind of remarkable, which kind of like, you know, we do have a sentence in our country: work what you love, so you do not have to work not a single day in your life. And that's what we do have here. The maintenance itself is going to be, or what you gotta do in order to keep up or to, you know, sustain the relationship you are in, the job that you are in. This performance, it will be something you would enjoy and love to do. That is because whatever you will have to do either is going to be very creative, it will require your creative expression, you're going to be very happy of it, or it will require your association, emotional and physical one, which is typical for relationships, that you are going to be also happy with it, okay? And at that point, this is also going to be a retrospective of how much it means, but on a very different level. Before, when you counted your blessings with the Four of Wands there and the Nine of Cups, these were the big blessings. While here, we do have a counting of the small things in life. You know, waking up every morning, having somebody to bring you coffee in bed, for example. That's a huge blessing. It's a small thing, but it's a huge blessing. You know, being greeted every morning at work with everybody with smile, small thing, huge blessing, you know. And these are the things that you are going to account at that point. And it will become a natural thing in your life, simply, if you do maintain it. Okay, that is the only thing. I cannot stress you enough here, Virgo. That is the only thing that you can mess around with if you do accept that for granted, that people owe you, that things owe you. Nobody owns you anything, okay? You are there to deserve it, to take it, but you can take it and deserve it with ease. You don't have to do much out of the character. You don't have to do anything, in fact, out of your character to deserve it. Just be who you are, and don't betray yourself. That's all that you gotta do, and everything should go and should move forward with that makes you, with which way, with the things that makes you happy, that are completely natural to you and to your life. And the week here ends when we do have the Four of Pentacles, and that relates to the statement I made of maintenance. That, you know, you are going to reach a cycle, or a completion of a cycle that will grant you happiness, which by default will be a short-term one, short-lived one. But if you do make your maintenance on it, it will transform into a long-lasting one. And here the Four of Pentacles at the end points to the successful maintenance, where you finally, at the end of the week, you had transformed the short-term happiness into the long-lasting happiness. This is the point where you have adopted every single precautionary measure to defend what makes you happy. This is the moment where you have ensured its certain and secured future. And if the reading, for example, is in regards to introduction to somebody through your colossal efforts to present yourself in front of the world, that you are ready to receive love, and that's finalization of a cycle, it is your interaction with somebody that you finally can emotionally relate to, you know, and to develop feelings which are developing into the Nine of Cups. You see how beautiful it is, but it ain't for granted, and it's short-lived if you do not feed these feelings up. And then you do find that that is something very natural and very pleasant for you to do, as you do spend time with the person, therefore emotionally and physically connecting with them. Through it, you do ensure it's certain and secure future, that you're going to fall in love even deeper and deeper, and you are going to become boyfriend and a girlfriend, and who knows, in future even love. Say career, if I have to give you an example for it. And its natural unfoldment here being very good into tackling with projects and finalizing a very important project there, which is the finalization of an important cycle, or building up a very solid plan that is very natural to your skills, which again could signify a finalization of an important cycle there. And that is very well accepted by the board, that is very well accepted by your boss, but it's short-lived thing, because you have to act upon it, you gotta maintain it, you gotta show that you are up to the job there, seeing that that is something very good for you, because now you can express yourself creatively according to the plan you made. Your boss sees your efforts and say, okay, you prove that that is something very lucrative, that is something very good for the company. It's yours, okay? Develop it on your turf, develop it the way you see it fit, and this is where you have ensured its certain and secured future. So it's an amazing week for you, Virgo. I hope, guys, that you just don't take it for granted. That will be atrocious for your such a beautiful development moving forward. And lastly, I did not put that much attention to it, but yeah, I mean, in a sense of disagreements and arguments, you can expect that they are going to simply vanish. So if you do, for example, have a bad relationship with your family, fantastic week to improve it. If you do, and to mend it. If you do have a really bad relationship with a friend that you hold on to very tightly, pretty good week to improve it. If you have recently broke with an ex that you are still very warm with, okay, and the breakup point was some kind of a shenanigan, very good week to improve it and to mend that relationship, to make reconciliation. So these are the examples that are just on the top of my head, but you know, they could relate to simply, these cards could relate to simply anything that you do want so much, and you are just on the verge of accomplishing it. Should you work for it? Should you not take it for granted? That is the week where you secure it and where you pretty much develop it. So that being said, Virgo, this was your weekly general tarot reading, guys, March 15th up until March 21st, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do liked it, and we are going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.